Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Kristen, the bestie you did not know you needed, that brings all of the confidence tips, helping you accelerate your glow up journey. And I am here just to bring some uplifting knowledge because on this channel, we are Christian girlies, okay? And if that's not your cup of tea, this ain't the video for you, and that's okay. So for those that are brand new, hi, welcome, find a seat, get a pen to write with and a piece of paper. And for those that are returning, you already know how we do this. So if you are new or if you're still getting the hang of my channel, we do a few things. On some of the videos, you may catch our Rise and Glow series. That is the one I do where I give you guys a power journal prompt, a gratitude journal prompt, a affirmation. I give you a Bible verse to take with you throughout the day, the week, whenever you need to feel that, I guess you can say, spiritual reminder that you are on the right path. And then I also give you a reflectionary question that goes along with the theme of that power prompt, but also with that Bible verse. And then, just like this video today, we also have our Beauty Becomes Her. What that does is it builds the confidence in here, builds the glow in here before we start grabbing our makeup brushes, hair, and all that cute clothing and stuff. All right. So let's actually jump into the topic of the day, because this is something I get asked a little bit, something that even my man is starting to pick up on, and something that definitely someone else that lives in this house, my little person, he knows like what this is, and that is daily habits. You guys have probably seen a dozen or millions of videos of this, but on my channel, I just want to share with you guys what it is that I do and what's helped me not only wake up feeling energized and excited about the day ahead, but it's also helped me stay disciplined with the goals and the vision that I have for myself. And again, take it with a grain of salt. This is my routine, and this is something that's worked. So if there are even just one or two things you'd like to add to your daily routine, please do so, because that's what it's for, okay? So I'm gonna take you through my morning. I'll take you through what I do at work. I'll take you through what I do after work and then before bed. So, and then, I'll actually throw this in there too. Pretty soon, once I figure out how to film stuff a little bit better, because I'm still learning, okay? I do want to actually physically show you guys that I go through all of this. It's just a matter of who's gonna, film the stuff when I'm sleeping. It's a little harder to do that. But I want to make sure that it's authentic and that you're able to see, like, hey, Kristen really does go through this. Because let me tell you, once I started really implementing and getting grounded in this routine, and I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't until I would say summer of last year that I really started to get laser focused on how I wanted to start and end my day, that I noticed a lot of different shifts within myself. So without further ado, let me go through it. And before I do that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you find anything that's helpful in this video, and be sure to share it with someone that could use it or could hear it too, okay? So let's talk about waking up, all right? So if you've been on the Rise and Glow, you've heard the journal prompts, but you don't know what comes before that, all right? It's a lot of work. So the way I wake up is with intention at all times, because I believe that how you start your day is how you're going to end it. And sometimes it does, I guess you can say, influence your week as well. I wake up every day at 5 a.m. Yes, I do. That's me. Again, I'm not encouraging this. You can, start where you start, but I would recommend when the sun gets up, get up, because there's a reason for this. I'm able to get a lot of things done. So 5 a.m., yes, my alarm is hell of annoying. It's right next to my bed. It makes that annoying beep sound, and when I push it to, turn it off, I lay there with my eyes closed. I still have my eyes closed. I'm not sleeping. And I count to 3 in my head. And the reason I do that is because I am saying, hey, 1, Kristen, rise up out this slumber. 2, you're about to have a great day. And 3, honey, get about that bed. So these are things that I'm just saying in my head, but it helps me, because it's like, hey, I was reminding me that I am my own cheerleader. I am my own encouragement to get up and start and begin my day. So 5 a.m. After I wake up, I shower and deeply cleanse my body, because that is my time of washing away all of the sleep, washing away any like dreams and things I've been thinking about, and it's helping me. Actually, it wakes up my body. I'll actually, in a couple videos to come, I'll go through like beauty products and things that I use, because I mean, that's not the intention of this video, but I personally like the Dove Glow Radiance soap. That's what I prefer. It just helps, kind of wake up my skin, my body, and it's smoother to the touch. So I use that. I use my, dry brush to get all of the dead skin cells. And then right after I get out the shower, I wrap my towel around me, walk over to my sink, and I begin my skincare routine. So I do, my cleansing, I do moisturizing, I do a little toner, all of that. But because I get up so early, I'm able to kind of take my time. I'm not rushing. I'm not, in a hurry. I'm able to enjoy the process of pampering myself, because at the end of the day, who else is going to do it? As I am doing that, I brush my teeth, I put my lotion on, I take my vitamins, because I do have some vitamins I take in the bathroom. I do all of that because that is my time. That is my time before I turn into Kristen, the marketer, Kristen, the content creator, Kristen, the mom, Kristen all over the place. It's just me resonating in that. So that is what I do. After I get out the shower, I put on some fragrance before I even touch my clothes, because I like to smell so good. I'll go through the scents that I have in a different video again. But my preferred is, I like things that are light floral, that doesn't smell like, incense, or like you just, ran through Macy's and you smelled, or how can I say this, fragrance stores, and you like overly, potent. It's just nice and settled. So I put some of that stuff on. I put my scented oils. I just take time. And lately I've been doing a lot of foot care. It sounds weird because I get my toes done, things like that. But I, take my time and put the moisturizing, put the scents just all over my body. So when I smell good and I walk in the room, people know I'm coming, okay? After that, I get dressed. And when I do so, I put on some of my favorite music. Lately it's been a lot of spiritual things, just because I'm able to kind of like feel, encouraged. I feel uplifted. I feel protected, all of those things. But then I got to turn on my runway music, okay? Sometimes it's a little Beyonce. Sometimes it's Janet Jackson. Sometimes it's JoJo. It doesn't matter. But I put on some music that helps me feel good and up and moving. And I turn my bedroom into my own personal runway. I use my closet because I have it kind of organized. We'll go through that in a different video too. But I pick out what I'm going to wear for work every day. And then after that, I do my makeup, I do my hair, just kind of get myself ready here first. And by this time, it's probably closer to 6. So that's when I hear my son's alarm go off. But yes, I did put his alarm at a clock in his room, so he knows, hey, get up, put your clothes on, get your self ready for school, all those things. So when I hear his alarm go off, I know he's getting ready to get up. Sometimes my son is a little slow to get up. He's a little boy. It happens. So I go in, I wake him up. Sometimes I give him hugs. Sometimes I'm like picking with him to get up. But he wakes up. Sometimes he wakes up laughing. Sometimes he wakes up, Mom, leave me alone. But, I enjoy the laughter and things, because pretty soon he's going to be too big to where I'm not going to be able to do those things. So I enjoy it. I like take the time to just have fun with him before he wakes up. So we go sit in the living room, and one of the things that I make sure that I make as a ritual, not only for myself, but for him as well, I give him what I call mommy hugs. If you're a parent to a pet, a child, you know what I mean. I give him just warm hugs. I just sit there and hold him, and he just sits there and lays on my shoulder, trying to make sure he don't fall back asleep. But for him, it's a form of comfort. For me, it's a form of comfort. And like I said, he's 7, so pretty soon, 10 more years, he'll be 17. I think he'll be too big for that. But if you guys are mothers of teenagers, let me know in the comments if little boys or girls continue to act this way. But I want my son to always remember that home is a place where love breathes. It grows here. And I want him to feel the moment he opens his eyes to the moment he closes them, mommy loves him, and that he is protected, and that he's okay, and that this is a safe place. So I continue to do that. After that, I do make my breakfast and I make his, and then I make my lunch. He prefers to eat the lunch at school. That's his preference. But I do make sure like his snack is packed and maybe some water in his water bottle. But for me, I pack my lunch at home. Yes, I say try to save money. There are days I do eat out. Let me not act like I'm bougie, but I do make my lunch. I make just, sandwich, whatever's available in the refrigerator. And then for breakfast, my son's pretty simple. He likes waffles and French toast sticks, so it just makes my life easy. There are days I do make my tea. There are days I do make my coffee, but this week I've been just heavy on my water, so that's been my drink of choice in the morning. I give him his vitamins, so he's nourished. I take my other vitamins in the kitchen, and then once I feel like he's settled and he's got his little TV show on, and he's content, and I know, he's gonna be fine, I fall back asleep, I go back in my room. At this point, I take my time to not only spend it with myself mentally, I'm also spending it with God too. So at this point, I'm ready to do my personal rise and glow. So I do my journal prompts and my Bible verses. So for those that know, if you follow the rise and glow, my power prompt, gratitude, I add a little affirmation, I read my Bible, okay, I find a verse that fits, that I've written down, that I've planned for, and then I also do my reflectionary questions so I can resonate with the word every morning, and that I'm able to start my day giving, God thanks for everything that I have, everything that he's given me, and everything that he has in store for me. So I do that. When I have time, I'm able to read my book of the week or book that I'm reading. I'm trying to get through them as quick as possible because I have others. This week and this month, I'm reading The Immortals. I'll go over that in the book of the month once I'm finished with it. And then because I am preparing to hopefully, cross fingers, guys, wish me good luck, go into grad school soon. So I do take some time to do my MBA prep, so kind of like studying and doing like quizzes or things that I need to do. So yeah, that is my morning. Okay, I did list a lot of things, but if you notice, there's intention behind every single thing that I do in the morning. And the reason why, like I said, I want to start my day in a way that's going to have a positive effect on everything else I have to do throughout the day, the moment I leave this house, okay? So when I get to work, and this is after dropping Sage off at school, the way I work, because it's easy for us to sit and go 8 hours typing on the computer and then getting up and having lunch and getting back to it. It's easy to do that, but then it's easy to get burnt out. And hey, I'm not a person that's, knocking any self-employment girlies. If that's what you do, you continue to do it, but you can continue to maybe add, I guess you can say, the way I time block, because it can help you avoid any burnout or stress or things like that. I do prioritize things. So I look at things like what's high priority for the day, what's medium, what's low. Because I work in marketing, I have to look at like, hey, we just did like several events. I have to be able to go through and organize those, maybe recipients that came, attendees. That's kind of top priority like today. Medium priority is a lot of follow-ups from people that have reached out to me directly with questions, or they just have to respond via email. Lower priority are if people on my team need things. So one of the things that we are doing and I am responsible for is ordering the team's clothing. So that's low tier, but it's something that has to get done today. I break up my day in like 45-minute hard work stints and then 15-minute light work. So hard work is the things that you see that you're like, oh, I gotta focus, laser focus, and kind of like block out, no offense to my coworkers, block out anything they're getting ready to say to me, because if they start talking to me, I get distracted. 15 minutes is when I do my light work, maybe research, because like I said, I'm in marketing, so I have to do a lot of research. I have to like plan. So that area of work is what I consider light work. So that's when if people have questions, they can ask me things, but it's not like, hey, I have to stay here. And these things are actually due. I do drink I do drink 1 cup of coffee. It helps, just the caffeine, just stay awake if I need to. Tea in the afternoon, I prefer that instead of another cup of coffee, because I noticed if I drink coffee in the afternoon, I have this weird crash and it's not energizing. That's just me and my body. But for tea, I use like peppermint or anything that's not sleepy. So chamomile is sleepy, lavender is sleepy, no sleepy tea. But I do have a positive energy tea that's like hibiscus flower that's really good. And so I use that. I on my lunch, I like to, I could get up and walk around. I do that. But then sometimes I use that time to learn something new. So like I have LinkedIn Premium. And so one of the things I've been learning are just better ways to analyze, marketing data and how to better use it. So these are things that I'm researching, but I try to find at least one new thing to learn on LinkedIn and, just acquire the skill. Throughout the workday, to help me stay focused, I either listen to an audiobook or a podcast. So I mentioned in earlier that some of the things that I do are kind of habit stacks. So like in the morning, I listen to like my music, or while I'm getting ready, or while I'm making lunch and breakfast, I start to kind of like take the dishes out the dishwasher so I'm not doing it later. Same thing at work. So if my goal for the year is to read like 45 books, audiobooks count. Okay, I'm able to listen to the books that I want to listen to that I don't physically have. And then I'm also, for the podcast, I'm able to hear industry knowledge. I'm able to I guess you can say, receive positive, uplifting messages sometimes. And then I'm also able to do a little bit of personal self-development in the process of working. Because let me be honest, whenever I have a marketing podcast I listen to, and they're two gentlemen, they usually like talk about what's going on in the world. It encourages me to step outside of the box and think about things that I can do in my job now to make things better. So yeah, so it's during the workday. After work, after Sage is picked up from school or at my parents' house, depending, I head straight to the gym. Okay, as you notice, I didn't say anything about going to the gym in the morning. I know there are girlies that do that. You keep doing your thing. I'm going to do mine after work because it's a little easier. The reason why I go to the gym is because I believe that a healthy body breeds a healthy mind, breeds a healthy lifestyle. It just does, okay? I'm in my 30s. I don't have time to, how can I say this? Let my body waste away. I had a child. I was an athlete for 16 years. I kind of have had the habit of staying active. Now, I did have a period of time where I wasn't, and that was a very depressive state for me. But I noticed whenever I go to the gym and I'm able to power through my workout, I feel empowered. Okay, now here's a very, 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 very serious point. Going to the gym does not mean becoming a bodybuilder. It does not mean becoming an Olympian. It does not mean any of those things. When you go to a athletic facility or a health club, think about what it is that you want for your body. Okay, and what goals that you want for your body, whether it's you want to have more endurance, you want to have more energy for your kids, maybe you want to drop a few pounds. Get clear on what it is that you want to do. And from there, they have people in the facilities that can help you. Or I personally made my own workout plan using ChatGPT, to be honest with you, and it's been working. So, and I stick to it. That's another thing. You have to stick to your workout. There are moments, like last week, I got really, really busy, that you may not be able to get to the gym, but don't let it go too long to where months go by and you don't walk back in there. Feel confident, lift your head up. I know it's easy to go in there and watch all of the people that are working out and you're like, oh my God, this girl over here has a very fit and tight body. Yes, she's been working on herself. Or look at that guy, like he's barely lifting anything. Don't go into these places comparing yourself to anybody. Focus on you and what your goals are, and I guarantee you going to the gym will be a lot better. I personally go to Edge. I've been to Crunch, I've been to the YMCA, I've been to Planet Fitness, I've been to Lifetime Fitness, I've been to every single one. But the gym and this is not sponsored, the gym that I prefer to go to because it's right across the street from my house and they have a kids room that Sage is active in is Edge. That's just what I prefer. And I love all the people in there. And when I do my workouts, I just do it for 45 minutes or an hour, depending on, my preference. And I break up what it is that I do throughout the week. So Monday was leg day. Yesterday was upper body. Today is core and cardio. So it's going to be more, 30 minutes on a treadmill, 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, whatever I decide, followed by core work on the floor. So I go in there with a goal, with a purpose and a plan, and I leave doing the same thing. And even while I'm on the treadmill or whatever I'm doing in the gym, I always have either my AirPods on and I'm listening to some of my favorite music. I have a playlist planned, or sometimes, listen to my boyfriend, whatever if he sends me voice memos, he's my podcaster in my ear, or I listen to my best friend. It's an opportunity again to habit stack. So I can talk to my friends, talk to my loved ones. I can listen to music. I can listen to my podcast. Even when I'm on the elliptical, the Stairmaster, anything that's cardio and I'm just like moving my legs preferably. Sometimes I Pinterest scroll and I look at inspiration and then plan out stuff. Like I'm able to do kind of like habit stack there too. All right, so let's talk about after the gym. What do I do? So once I come home, I try to take a shower or prep, the food that I'm getting ready to cook for dinner. Yes, I have started to cook at home a lot more. And don't get me wrong, I was a DoorDash girly, Uber Eats girly for quite some time. And trust me, it took me a minute to really learn how to cook. But once I learned, I love it. It's fun. So I always remind my son to remind me to unthaw, like if I'm cooking chicken or things like that, to unthaw it in the morning so I don't have to worry about it later. But I get the things out I'm getting ready to cook. I set them out, especially I try to make meals that are like, I can stick them in the oven, crock pot, or, put them on the oven, on the stove, and I can kind of step away for 10-15 minutes to take a shower, come back, finish cooking. So by that time, I go through my shower routine. Don't have to go through that again. Sage and I sit down and have dinner together. He picks out one of his shows, or I pick out one. And lately we've been watching The Grimm, because before we watch Supernatural, Sage's like, we like these things, or we'll watch basketball, whatever his preference is. And then I kind of give him some time, on his iPad, talking to his father, or his friends, playing his game. At this point, I'm able to kind of relax, kind of prepare myself for tomorrow, because I'm a person that if I am prepared for the day ahead, the next day is going to be wonderful, because guess what? I don't have to stress about it. It's already planned. It's already done. After, I'm able to relax and my son goes to bed and his routine is completed, I take that time to call my man, finish up on any conversation my best friend and I were having when I had the time. Then I get lost in Pinterest. I'm not gonna lie to you. She mentioned Pinterest a lot. I get lost there a little bit more than Instagram and Facebook, because there's no room for comparison to me. If that's something that you kind of struggle with, and I had struggled with, I look for more inspiration. So I find outfits for like the spring and summer, since that's coming, inspiration for work, inspiration for my room, my house, things like that. So I find things that inspire me so I can go to bed thinking about it. Afterwards, I journal. So if you notice, I journal twice a day, but at night it's more of a reflectionary or visionary type journal prompt, where it's like day in the life of future Kristen, or hey, 5 years from now I see myself doing X, Y, and Z, or hey, your goal today was to not spend money on X, Y, and Z. Tell me how that worked for you. And honestly, like I use ChatGPT for my workouts. I use it also for my journal prompts as well. Last but not least, I read again. Maybe 15 minutes if I'm able to, 20, depending on how tired I am. And at this point, I go to bed. So it's at about 10:30. So yeah, that's my entire day. Those are my habits. If you've noticed, like writing and reading are like some of the top two that I do. Definitely giving praise and thanks to God when I have to in the morning, and I do it at night too, but in the morning for sure, starting my day, taking care of my body, meaning my mind, my skin, all external, internal, and then also my heart and my spirit too. I have to do all of these things, because if I don't, even if I skip one thing, I notice that like my day is either off or I'm not my best self. So I say all that to say, I want you guys to take something from this video that you could try for yourself and see if it works. And if it does, come back, drop it in the comments, or like I said, share this with someone that needs to hear it. And with that, I thank you guys so much for listening, because these videos just keep on rolling.